Word up there, side friends, Meaty Man coming back at you from Walker's Music. With I'm doing a music tutorial today. Been a while since I've done one, and matter of fact, I'm doing this one here as a special favor for my little baby brother, little baby Orange Flavor, and he asked me something about some chords and everything, and I just want to do a real quick tutorial explaining the basics of building chords. There's nothing really hard to it. If you really think about it, you look at it from a very, I should say, it's all in how you look at it. I just say it like that. And I got my trusty old keyboard here. Mind you now, this got a little latency in it. It's not my regular PC that I used to use. I'm on another one now, and I'm using that old Microsoft MIDI thing. I don't like it, but nevertheless, I'm not using Sound Blaster right now, so I'm going to have to deal with this here. But to anyone that might see this video other than little baby brother, it applies to you too if you can use this here simple method. It's not that hard. It's not really that hard. Okay, we're gonna start. We're gonna use the key of C for simplicity and clarity. We'll use the key of C. C major scale. Now, like I said, the basic of forming these extended chords and fancy chord, power chord, whatever you want to call it, it all starts out with a simple premise: the triad. C major triad right there. C major chord, if you want to call it, but it's the C major triad based on the root, third, and the fifth. Root, third, and the fifth. That's C major triad. Now, when you start talking about, and I'm mostly talking to you little baby brothers here because you asked about the 9th and the 11th and the 13th and stuff like that. They call them tertian chord based on thirds. But at any rate, it's nothing really hard to it now. Let's first define the scale degrees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then you go here, that interval, that's the interval basing from this C to this D. That's the interval of a ninth. Therefore, that's the ninth tone or the second tone. 10th tone, 11th tone, or the 4th tone. 12th tone, 13th tone, or the 6th tone from the key of C. So that would make those of the 13th. That's an interval of a 13th from there to there. Now, in order to have, these chords can be voiced in many different ways, but we're just going to start with the basic, the first inversion. So if you have a chord that say C7, C major 7. All right, first fine. That's your root, that's your triad, that's the chord. C major, that's what makes it major. Now you said major 7. So you add the B, that's the major 7. That would be your major 7 triad, or your major 7 chord, not a triad, because that's a chord there. More than 3 notes. Now, that's the major 7. So now if they want the dominant 7, that means you would flat the 7. So they'll flat the B. When you see that in notation, that would normally be C, a large C with the 7. That means C7. That mostly means a dominant 7. This, the major 7, lower the 7 to the flat 7. That would be your dominant 7. Now, let's move on. If you see C major 9, all right, remember what I said. From C to this C, that's a ninth. That's your ninth. That's the ninth interval from that C. So in order to have a C, if you see C9, most of that's going to be meaning a dominant ninth chord, and it will be played like this. Remember, play your basic triad. Now you know you got to have a 7 because it's the ninth. If it's a dominant ninth, it will be flat 7, and then there's your 9. That's your C dominant 9. C9, that's where you will see it notated. Now, and if it was a C11, you do the same thing. You build the C triad, 7, 9, and there you 11. That's C11, dominant 11. See that? What makes it dominant is because of that flat 7 right there. Now you want to make it major 11. That's major 11. B natural. Now, so now you want to go to your 13. So you got to add that A above it. That's your basic C major, the 7, the 9, the 11, and add that's the 13. Now, as you see here, I'm leaving out the 7. So let me add the flat 7 back in there. That's your C13. Now look at that chord. From this C to that A is an interval of a 13. All the other stuff in between that makes up the chord. You got your 3rd, 5th, flat 7, 9th, 11th, 9th, 11th, 13. Now, let's take a break. That was just basing everything on what? Your major triad. Everything was built off that major triad. You added the 7, 9, 11, 13. Simple as that. And you do every one of them the same way. All of them are built the same way, no matter what key you're in or what chord. What you start on, it will be done the same way. So, let's take another one. Let's say now, if you see a chord, there's no need to get confused because you see all these figures and things. Say you see something that says C minor 9 flat 5. It's C minor 9 flat 5. Now remember, it says C minor, so that means that triad there now got to be how you make a triad minor. Lower the 3rd, right? That make the triad minor. So that you C minor. But what did it say? It says C minor 9 flat 5. So now in order to have a C minor 9, you got to have a 7. So that would be C minor 7. And then your C minor 9. But it said something else, didn't it? What it said? Flat 5, right? So therefore you take the G, which is the 5th, and just lower the half step. And there you'll C minor 9 flat 5. That's your C minor 9 flat 5. Simple as that. And that is a better way to be able to build those chords automatically without hardly thinking, because you just spell it out with what you see, whatever is written. Now, I said that's C minor 9 flat 5, lower the 5th. So what if it says C major 9? C major 9 flat 5. So it'll be like this. That's C major 9. See, remember now, it didn't say C dominant, it said major. Flat 5, flat 5th. And that's C major 9 flat 5. So what if it says C dominant 9 flat 5? That's C dominant 5, 9, flat the 5th, the G. That's C dominant 9, C9 flat 5. Simple as that. So what if it says C9, what if it says C11 flat 5? C11 flat sharp 9. Let's just say if it says sharp 9, C11 sharp 9. So you will go major triad, 7, there your 9, there your 11. That's C11, but it won't sharp 9. So you'll take the 9th there and take it up to the E flat. That would be C9 sharp, C11 sharp 9. And you'll build all of them the same way. You just take the basic chord and build on it from there, whatever it tells you to build on. If it say sharp 9, C9, sharp 9. Okay, if it say C11, sharp 9, or flat 9, or if it say C13, sharp 11, that would be that one there in sharp 9. That would be a C11, sharp 9, sharp 11. See that? That's a C7, sharp 9, sharp 11, and that's a 13. C13, sharp 9, sharp 11. Simple as that. And it all started out with the what? Main basic triad. All start out with the root, third, and the fifth. And all the rest of it is built the same way. Nothing to it. That's just a broke down, simple, simplistic version of all of it. And it works in any key, every key, all the time. It never changes. Only thing changes is the voicing. You voice them, you can voice them in different ways. You can have it, however you want to voice them, but the tone will remain the same. I hope this has been a little bit of help to you. If not, anything else you might want to know or need to know, just let old Mitty Man know, and he'll do his best to try to accommodate. Peace and goodbye.